things might get a bit confusing, with 9 total movies set within the Conjuring universe, including 3 Conjuring movies, 3 Annabelle movies, The Nun and The Nun 2, and also The Curse of La Llorona. Are you guys ready for a terrifying journey, and at the same time looking for jump scares? This is what you'll get while watching these movies. Hey everybody, welcome back to another amazing video. Let's not waste any more time and dive into the Conjuring universe in the best possible way. If you want to follow the timeline, stick with me. I'll show you the release order of each movie later. But before we dive in, let me clarify something. If you're wondering why the Insidious franchise isn't on the list, it's because it's not part of the Conjuring universe. The 2 franchises aren't related, don't share characters, and their stories are completely separate. Anyway, let's start with The Nun of 2018. This prequel is set in 1952, Romania, and stars Demian Bichir and Thaisa Farmiga as a priest and a nun who uncover a sinister secret involving the evil nun from The Conjuring 2. Next up is Annabelle, creation of 2017. Set in 1955 California, it follows the nun and is the second film in the Conjuring universe timeline. This movie explains the origins of Annabelle, the haunted doll. It's time for The Nun 2 of 2023. Although it follows the events of The Nun, it's actually the 3rd movie in the timeline, taking place in 1956. And after that, watch Annabelle of 2014. This movie is set in 1967, 12 years after the doll's origin story. It's the 2nd film made in the Conjuring universe, and it was prequel Annabelle, even though it was released before The Conjuring 2. Let's move on to The Conjuring of 2013, the movie that started it all. Inspired by the true story of the Perron family, who claimed they lived among the dead in the 1970s, it received positive reviews from critics. Next one, Annabelle Comes Home of 2019. This movie is set just 1 year later, in 1972, and serves as the next entry in the Conjuring universe. It also marks writer Gary Dauberman's directorial debut here. Then jump to watch The Curse of La Llorona of 2019. This spin-off is set in 1973 and follows a mother dealing with the supernatural. It's the most standalone story in the Conjuring universe, with the only connection being Tony Amendola's character, Father Perez from Annabelle. Though some thought it was part of the Conjuring universe, the director, Michael Chaves, dismissed those rumors. The movie is based on the Latin American legend of La Llorona. Now it's time for The Conjuring 2 of 2016, set in 1977. While the first Conjuring movie led to the Annabelle films, this one introduced the nun, who later got her own prequel. James Wan returned to direct this sequel. Finally, we have The Conjuring, The Devil Made Me Do It from 2021. This is the 8th film made in the franchise, and also the 8th chronologically. It takes us into the 80s with a story based on the real-life trial of Arna Cheyenne Johnson. By the way guys, I'm keeping things brief to avoid spoilers and not ruin the story for anyone starting this journey. For those who prefer to watch the movies in release order, take note. Here's the complete list. And guess what guys? The Conjuring 4. Last Rites is officially set to release on September 5th, 2025. This is expected to be the final mainline movie in the Conjuring series. Additionally, a TV series set in the Conjuring universe is in the works, continuing the story chronologically after the events of the movies. There are also rumors about possible new projects featuring the nun, exploring the period between the 1950s and 1960s. But nothing is confirmed yet. Also, it turns out that the Crooked Man spin-off, which was supposed to be based on the secondary villain from The Conjuring 2, has been cancelled. And that's all we know so far. If you have any more info or suggestions, drop a comment below. Don't forget to subscribe to support the channel, and I wish you have an amazing day.